Test, test. Okay. Well, curling fans, here we are at the Neon 2020 finals. We have the first, second, and third event finals being played here at the Nutmeg Curling Club. Introduce the teams on sheet B. We have the first event final with the awesomely named Jimbo and the Light Fixtures team, as I may refer to them, Team Fearon, out of the out of Philly, Triangle, and Potomac, I believe, playing against the Schenectady Munro. On sheet B, we have the on sheet A, we have the second event final, which is Norfolk 2, skipped by Sean Moran and his rink, against the Nutty Ducks, which is a Nutmeg Ardsley combination, skipped by Aidan Welsh. And on sheet C, right in front of us on the commentary, we have the third event, which is Team Penn, out of Philly, strangely enough, playing against Ardsley. For all these teams, this is their fourth draw of the spiel. They all played one draw on Friday night, two yesterday. It was a round robin format, three groups of four teams. And the based on seeding on that and the nutmeg knockout and other factors worked out. The draw came true in terms of the first event is the Fearon rink against Cameron Munro's rink. Both were the only two undefeated teams in round robin play, both going 3-0. So on early locks here on across all sheets. For colours, here on sheet C, right in front of me, Ardsley throwing the yellow rocks and Team Penn throwing the red rocks. For the first event final, the light fixtures, Team Fearon throwing the red rocks and Schenectady Munro throwing yellow. And over on sheet A, Norfolk is throwing yellow rocks and the Nutty Ducks are throwing the red rocks. Oh, is that our time limit? Feel free to share any chats with us. So you've got a number of viewers already watching, so welcome. Thank you for tuning in this morning, or this afternoon as it is now here at Nutmeg. Try talking. I'm muted.
I can't hear anything. Oh, let me turn the volume.
I think you're live.
It's picking up.
Yeah, it's picking up sound.
Okay.
Because I'm muted, so they can't hear anything.
Hi, Nigel. Thought I'd join you on the stream.
There we are. We have the Alexis. Welcome. Welcome to the booth here.
Yes.
High above sheet C.
Lovely to be here.
Oh, thank you. Are you still awake, Alexis? It's been a long weekend for you.
I'm actually so happy to sit down.
Alexis has been chair of the Bonspiel this weekend and has done a great job.
Thank you.
I think all the kids have had a blast. We've seen some good competitive curling and some fun last night on the ice. I'm not sure I've ever heard the ice as loud as it was last night during the glow in the dark.
I also loved how all the kids were so excited about decorating themselves. We had glow-in-the-dark paint and glow-in-the-dark tape, and we had glow-in-the-dark shirts, and it was awesome.
Yeah, they really went out of their way to. It's amazing the number of teams who actually come prepared.
Yes.
With fluorescent tape seemed to be the most popular addition.
I have to give a shout out to our ice crew because the glow in the dark was awesome. The rinks, the colors, it was really awesome.
Yeah, they really popped.
Yeah. I assume you've introduced all the teams and sheets.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
They are introduced and colors, and away we go. We flipped the other, all the other like individual ones.
Maybe cameras.
So what's that one? 750 meters.
Mm-hmm. So let's have a look at the. Over on sheet B, it looks like Farron was takeout for the yellow that was in the back of the house, and they got it. That was a really nice shot. Well, I guess this team Farron is Jimbo and the light fixtures.
Jimbo and I think we just call them the light fixtures.
The light fixtures. Awesome name.
I think it's one of the best names I've seen of a curling team in quite a while. I guess that's when you ask 4 teenage boys to come up with a name, that's what they come up with.
Yep.
Apparently none of them play musical instruments.
That's funny. Schenectady Munro came down with the same exact shot, the same exact takeout.
I imagine this will be a close, well-played game on B. Both teams went undefeated in round robin.
Very well matched.
Team Fearon is actually, or the light fixtures are coached by Rob Young, a friend of mine who I know well. Curled against him a number of times. I believe he's out in California, so the team came up to Connecticut and he went to California. I'm going to question his geography knowledge of states beginning with C. Rob, if you're watching this, maybe you can comment in.
I love the team dynamic that they have. They have all these little things they do, like they just click their brooms together and then they went down in unison. They squatted down in unison. Maybe because the skip's squatting down, I'm not sure, but they gave a little pre-game chant yesterday. That was fun.
Yeah, no, they're a well-coached team. They're well-drilled. They went to play downs. I know that.
Yeah.
We've seen them on quite a few of the junior Bonspiels. Our team, our sons play on a team together.
Yes.
We've played them twice.
Yes, and they're a really nice group of boys.
There are very few curlers who are not nice.
That is true.
It
comes with the sport.
Yes.
What's happening on sheet A over there? I think they're trying for a takeout, but nope. And on sheet C, Is that yellow in the house?
There's one
Yeah.
yellow out in the 12-foot.
Okay. And
Pretty well open.
do you think that front yellow's biting?
It could be. Unfortunately, we can't get any closer. I think Jason's just looking at the inside-out hit on that shot rock. He does have hammer.
This is his first stone.
And I noticed that he still has glow sticks around his stabilizer.
Yes.
Okay.
Awesome.
I think I'd come up. I would stop sweeping this. It's going to get it, but I think he's going to. But he's going to lose the shooter. Yep.
Okay.
Robin, nice of you. Thank you for your comments regarding the glow in the dark last night. Yeah, it looked awesome out there.
It did. And I love the format is in that we mix up the teams, so there's no competitiveness. It's just for fun.
And the kids get to
know each other,
play with each other.
Yeah. And then, of course, there's the unique scoring aspect.
Yes.
You can't implement any strategy because you don't know how it's going to be scored until you actually play
I didn't
the
see
end.
anybody trying to guess, well, maybe it's the closest to the back line or the number of free guards,
Right.
etc. So,
all right, the light fixtures, they draw in. They tapped in their front.
They tapped up.
Red. And the yellow, I think, is still sitting.
Yep. Yeah, Cameron's yellow is shot. It's going to be tough for her to...
She could tap up. No, that
No, because they're yellow. So
yep.
She does have a... the double would be a really tough shot and potentially could make things bad.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what she's going to do. She could just guard it.
No, this is hammer. So she's looking for a way to try and get to. I think she's looking at that double view.
Let's see.
Not sure what she's opting for here. The only way to get the double is to high side that second rock. If you go for it the way it's obviously set up, you're going to jam and take out your shot rock on the bottom. Or the rock's away. Sweepers are interested. Looks like she's playing some sort of draw weight.
I think she's just guarding it.
Well, there's no more blocks to come, so yeah. I think it was almost a do no harm shot. Okay. It was very tough for her to get to there. So
you just take one.
That's gonna be one
yellow.
One yellow. So that's on sheet A. Norfolk have jumped out to a quick 3-0 lead. And wait for them to hang the score on C. Looks like yellow, which is the Ardsley rink, scored their one. Is that what I see behind heads?
Everyone's moving at a good pace.
Yes. No clock on these, but we expect they'll keep them going at a good pace. Obviously, there's nobody coming on after. Good crowd here in the warm room. Parents looking on with eager anticipation.
If you've never been to the Neon, it's a sight to see when all the teams are here and all the parents are here at the same time.
Yeah, it's it's crazy.
Yeah.
The level of noise.
And the thing that's really cool is the kids will just find any pocket in the warm room to hang out.
Or outside of the warm room.
Yes,
there was a game of Cards Against Humanity going on in the passageway.
There was one in the kitchen, too,
on the kitchen
floor.
One team just took to the men's room and just took it over. I even went in and one of the chairs was in there. Well, it's great, though. I think looking at the events, so we've been to quite a few bonch bills this season. This is the one where the kids just hang around the most.
Yes. Oh,
So
nice
early
shot
rocks
on
here
A.
on the second ends.
I mean, see.
Watching him throw it, you would never guess it was
Looks like Ardsley's going to try for a takeout.
Yeah, I think
And
that's
see?
it. When you got that on the button, you don't have hammer.
And it's wide open.
Exactly. It's got a curl. It's just going to hang out there, I think.
So.
Very, very much controlled down weight, but just didn't quite. Being somebody who plays here quite a lot, there's a bit of a straight path on that part of C. Over on B, Schenectady has a stone just touching the button. It looks fairly open, so I think.
Wayward stone.
Yeah, wayward stone.
Sheet C.
It looked a bit like a stone we would deliver in the last week of juniors when we play cross ice.
Yes. Looks like the light fixtures is going to get their takeout.
Yep. And
she might get it out.
Cameron's just sweeping. I think that's probably out unless it spins back. No,
that was really nice sweep.
Yep.
Yeah, that's spun out.
Cameron came very well prepared for the glow in the dark last night.
Yes.
She had glow sticks braided into her hair. And yoga pants or whatever that had a lot of fluorescent stuff on them. So
I'm telling you, every year, like they get more creative and more creative.
She wasn't easy to miss.
I saw there was a trend too where people were taking the rings and making almost like a long chain
yes.
of the rings and then wearing it.
Yeah, Sean Moran had that.
Yeah.
He had a number of rings and then a bigger ring at the bottom. It was quite artistic.
Yeah. Over on sheet A, the Nutty Ducks drew it behind that front guard. It was really nice.
And they do have hammer as well. So imagine we're trying to split the house. If I were them, I'd go behind. There's two corner guards that you could go behind either one of those.
Yeah.
So go behind that red guard would be my choice.
Right.
Better to hide behind your own guard than their guard.
Yes.
Because that would stop them running it back. And that's the shot that they're calling. I think it might be on the top yellow.
Yep.
Just tapped it into top 12, but it's very much staying shot still.
Over on C, Team Penn's red stone still in that button.
That is on the button behind a center line guard.
Yep.
And actually just in front of T as well, which is important, which means that Ardsley can't come and sit on it and be shot.
Because you do a heavy draw and just tap it back. I don't know.
It's going to have to really skinny that guard.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing it's all over the guard.
Yeah.
The good news is it's going to move the guard out, so it opens up the shot lock. So Team Penn now sitting shot pretty much on the button. Now, as with hammer, you obviously want to try and get more than one, but he has to really guard that because if he tries to split.
Yep, and that's what he's doing. He's calling for a guard.
Yep.
Light fixtures are sweeping furiously.
They sweep very well.
They do.
That is some classic over the head. The boom, the head is over the boom.
I can hear them from in here.
Exactly. Now the guard is going to just replace the lock.
Yep.
I'd like to give a shout out to the team who are all wearing, and I don't know what these hats are called. They have a name.
Well, they could be a trapper hat or
a trapper hat's good.
Hat.
But they have obviously thought about this before going on the ice
Yes,
and have
yes.
decided that that is the headwear du jour.
And there is another name, I just can't think of it, but I know Trapper Hat because I just bought one when we went to Maine.
All right,
'Cause I think
people.
it's gonna
So
be cool.
here's a chance for audience participation. If you can give us the other name of the Trapper Hat, please put it onto the feed. Oh, okay, fine.
Mad
So the
Bomber Hat. That's it. Mad Bomber Hat.
Mad Bomber Hat.
I knew there was another name for it.
So I'm being told that Schenectady have to be home by 5:15. So
How far away is Schenectady?
Okay,
What's the
people.
drive?
Well, just 3 hours.
3 hours?
3 hours. Yeah, you
Oh.
might want to get some subs. And I don't mean the subway kind. Because they will be hanging around to receive some bling. So looking over on sheet A, looks like the Nutty Ducks are sitting
One, I think.
one and possibly two.
I think that yellow is in farther.
It's
Hard
well,
to
we
tell
can,
from our angle.
well, we can have a quick look actually because yeah, oh yes, my eyesight is definitely failing. In fact, they're sitting 2-3.
Schenectady Munro's trying to draw in. I think it's
Yeah,
going to
looks
come
like
up
it's
a
going to
little
be a little
short.
light in guard
Yep.
weight.
Oh, I guess I missed what happened on sheet C, but
Yeah,
that,
and
they knocked it off
the
the
hit
button.
just the Ardsley hit just ticked the red over,
Okay.
and then somehow that yellow came on top of it.
Okay.
Oh, was it?
Oh,
Was
it
that the one
was?
that came
Okay.
behind? Yeah, that makes sense.
Looks like
More impressive sweeping on sheet B
Yep.
by Team Fearon.
I think they're going to try and draw in again, but a little short.
Have a safe drive, ladies.
Goodbye. Thanks for coming. Ivy, Neal, and crew just leaving. She'll be going back and listening to the commentary of what I said about her earlier. Prompted by her mother, may I point out.
Okay. And her team is a combination team from
Yes.
Philly and Potomac.
Yep.
We had a lot of clubs represented here this weekend.
Yep. As far down as Triangle.
hmm
And nobody from Cape Cod this year, which is
I think they got shut out.
yeah. This is a for all you junior curlers out there. This is a very popular event. We limit it to 12 teams so that everybody gets a good quality of games, and we can get the glow in the dark. And I think we were sold out by December.
Yes.
Wonder where you got to.
So it's one of those that if you're thinking of coming to, as soon as registration opens, I'd get your team in. And to give you a concept, Cape Cod, I think, 2 Cape Cod teams competed in the first event final last year.
Yes, that's right.
Rody Gerlach's rink, I'm not sure who the other rink was.
Tanzali, maybe?
Oh, that would make sense, yes. We were commenting earlier in the weekend, obviously US Nationals just finished wherever they were, Fargo or somewhere colder and further away from here. But how many former GNCC juniors were
Yes.
competing in it, the majority of which have played in the Neon.
Cool.
I think there was probably at least a dozen.
I
who
think
have,
you're
at
right
some point-
because Jennifer Stannard sent me a text and it had all the names. Wonder if I still have it of all the curlers that
Right.
that were there that had played in the Neon.
Yep. Including Nutmeg's own former Libby Bondage was playing
Yes.
on Team Rhyme. So, though, Corey Dropkin and Howell, who's his vice, I think. Anderson sisters. There's Thomas Howell is the Dropkin's vice. sheet A, the B event final is being played at a breakneck speed. We're already in the 33rd end. Haven't hung the score yet. The red was sitting one and obviously scored because they delivered the first block. Looking across the sheets here in front of us, Team Penn is still sitting one. They have hammer. This is going to be Jason Siegel's first block. He's going to have to decide what he needs to do. His shot block is fairly well protected.
I can't find that email. I can't remember if it was an email or text where she had all the names of the curlers. Were you on that?
No, it wasn't on text. I saw her put a Facebook.
Oh, maybe it was on Facebook. It was on Facebook. It was on the Facebook page. That's why I can't find it.
Was it on Nutmeg? Or
it was on Nutmeg. That's why I can't find it.
Okay, let's have a look.
Was that it or no?
Here we are. This is the post. So, GNCC representation at US Nationals this year. Corey Dropkin, Tom Howell, Christine McMakin, Libby Brundage, Elizabeth Cousins, Andrew Stapera, Hunter Clausen, Scott Dunham, Alex Leiter, Cody Klauser, Alex Dunham, Chase Sinnott, who had a great run and making it to the 3-4 page playoff, and Eli Clausen. Yeah, the Andersons as well.
Mm-hmm.
Susan Dot. Yeah.
A lot.
It's great. I mean, the GNCC juniors program has really come on, and you can supply that number of curlers.
So it looks like the light fixtures took one, or was that Schenectady? Yeah.
Was it just one score of one?
It was one red. I can't. Yeah, they were red.
So the Nutty Ducks in N2 scored 2, so that's 3-2 at the moment. Norfolk.
And they're sitting 2 in the house now.
Yep.
And over on sheet C, that red stone is still counting.
Yes.
That was that the first stone thrown?
I think it was the first stone round. It's been moved around a little bit.
Yes, it has.
It's kind of ticked around a little bit, but yeah, that I think that's got number 1 on it.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's trying to work out here, is there any way I can get a 2?
Right, without causing any damage.
Exactly. Well, let's just show you what this house looks like.
This is really dangerous.
So this is what the house looks like. The shot block is obviously the red with that yellow right on top of it. You cannot come anywhere close to that. I think what he's trying to do is curl through that red-yellow port and draw to the button.
I think you're right.
There's a little bit of concern as to he could do some damage here.
I would come the other way to try to get to the hole, which is hard to do, but it's low risk. Light anyways. He might have done that on purpose.
Yeah, I think he was thinking in his mind it's okay to be light and take the one and walk on. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think the other shot was there. I think that high yellow guard would have. So looking at the far houses now, and Team Fearon, aka the Light Fixtures, did score their 1.
They did.
So that's a close start. Yep. Close games across the sheet so far. 2 games tied at 1 and 3-2 on sheet A.
Mm-hmm. Going for a takeout on A.
Yep. And that's going to hit and roll and stick.
Nice.
Yellow is sitting 1-2. They do have hammer, but Aiden, the skip of the Nutty Ducks, does have 2 reds.
He's going to draw in
Top
behind
12.
his
Yeah,
top red.
there's the good news is he has some guards he can use.
Mm-hmm.
So Robin Coriandra, the Schenectady teams are actually playing each other tonight in juniors. So they think that maybe they should just start playing online in the cars on the way home. That's an awesome idea. Of course, there's normally a standard rule that if you are so many minutes late for your draw, you give up a shot or
Right.
something. So each
Right.
team's going to just keep giving up a shot.
That's right.
They'll just play the 8th end, tied at 7.
Light fixtures are going for a takeout. Are they going to get it by that front guard?
It's going to be close.
Yep. Oh,
and
no.
just catches it. But moves it out of the way, which would be good. There's always a plan B when I'm playing plan C, and sometimes plan D come into action. Now, interesting, Cameron's choosing to guard here. She has hammer. I would say that I would actually not guard and maybe come around the corner guard. That does give up the possibility of the of them freezing upon it, but you're trying to score 2.
Right.
And if you put the centerline guard up, then they are definitely going to come and either hit or. And
I think she wanted it a little farther over.
She wanted it
wanted
definitely
guard
further
in
over.
front
Yeah,
of her.
absolutely. Yeah. But even if you do that, then they can draw around to it.
Absolutely. But I think she knows it's very vulnerable if it's
Yeah.
not protected.
Well, but the idea is then that if they hit,
Yeah.
you hit. They
Then
hit,
it-
you
yeah,
hit.
yeah.
You've got and you can get the 2 by coming around the corner.
Oh, that kid.
Yeah, the light fixtures with no guards in the way had no issue going for that hit. I imagine
He's gonna do a
Schenectady are
hit
going to
and
go
roll.
hit as well and
Yeah.
hopefully try and just
Roll.
flop under
Yep.
the guard. Here on C, we have a
Going for the
hit.
takeout.
being called for. Yep. Throwing it down weight, which is good. It's got to move a bit.
Yep. It's starting to go.
Yeah, it's time to move. I would start
Yep.
sweeping now, actually,
Yeah.
people.
It's going to cross over.
Yeah, it was down. It was down in weight.
hmm
Shame the line was perfect.
All right, and over on sheet B, she drew down to it.
And this is a good call. I like this call. Ardsley have hammer, so they're happy to go. Let's go around that other corner guard on sit 2. We don't need to worry about guarding the shot mark. Let's just make sure we're 1-2,
Right.
and hopefully we can carry this forward to get the 2. Oh. And Annie has made a looks like a nice draw on C.
Yep.
And I imagine that's for your 3rd shot, but that's a good place to be. I think we're going for the hit again this time.
I think so.
Now, what was the hat called again?
Mad bomber hat.
The Mad Bomber hat,
Yes.
which is good when you're playing a hit.
Well, see those hats, they fold down. And they
Yeah,
have
oh,
like
yeah, yeah.
flaps over. Yeah. Mad bomber.
A little wide on that hit attempt.
Yep.
Ran pretty straight.
Schenectady put their stone right back.
I would come around the corner again. That would just go where Annie went last time. She knows the line.
That kind of hat. Yeah.
Oh, the waitress is here.
Thank you, Marianne.
Oh, tips. Look both ways when crossing the street. She's actually called to come round the other way.
Looks heavy.
This might actually just tick. This could do all sorts of things.
Yeah, it could tick the
It's
red.
actually going to hit the
move
top
over.
red.
Yeah.
And maybe
May
just
pop
spring
it
that
out.
yellow
It
back.
might pop the red out. Nope.
That's actually worked out quite well.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a nose double here.
Mm-hmm.
Evan Downheim in the hack. His father Brian was here. I was talking to him earlier. There he is, Brian. What do we feel about this shot? Well, he didn't exactly. Just a little off the boom.
This is Evan.
Yes.
So he was up at Plainfield, and he was there just to support his team because I guess there's 5 players on the team.
Yeah,
so
they
he
rotated.
just sat in the warm room and just watched and cheered them on from the warm room. It was really
That's
cool.
the spirit of
Yeah.
curling.
Awesome. He's the one that had the squid hat.
Yes. When we saw that hat at Plainfield, we said, please bring it up to Nutmeg.
Yes, and he did.
Yep, the
For
eyes
the
glowed
neon,
nicely in the dark.
Over on B, looks like Light Fixtures is still the shot rock. They're going to try and knock that yellow out and sitting 3.
These are the ones I took last time.
Mm-hmm.
That was-
Oh, looks over on A. Norfolk got 3 in the last end.
They are playing the fastest game in history.
Light Fixtures is putting up a guard to protect their shot rock.
We might, you could do with the Schenectady team playing this quiz quickly. That way they could get
Right.
back for their 5:15 draw, people.
So they curled all weekend to go home to more curling.
Yes.
You did want that to be a takeout, right? You wanted that to be a takeout.
I think so, yes, he did.
Giving him way too much ice on
I guess technically we could have ran Little Rockers and Juniors today, but honestly, I'm spent. So
go the other way.
our juniors and Little Rockers get the day off.
Yeah, it's in the 8-foot circle.
He's
I think we needed the day off.
Yeah.
he was called the other hand.
I would so want to be around for juniors tonight
I
at
think the first game,
3:30.
we lost 7 rocks wide coming from inside in.
Go out there and throw rocks.
But if you throw on the left side, there's like 5 rocks over there
Right,
you can
right.
touch. If you throw on that side and you're wide, you miss everything, and you're not safe.
Oh, Schenectady got through the port. They're
And-
gonna come in.
Just going to tap it back.
Yep. Beautiful.
Very nice shot.
But we'll see by the call, right?
That was Cameron's first, right? Yep.
You could hit that rock.
So I think the light fixtures are going to look basically do the same shot.
Hmm.
Come up against your own.
The other option is you play an upweight, which he might actually be opting here, is the upweight double.
To get both yellows out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You want to hit that. It's going to be pretty skinny,
Hmm.
but he can bring some weight.
Hmm.
So if he's going for that, if I were the sweepers, I'd be a bit closer to the hog line. Sweepers are on it, off it. Are we through the port?
See what happens.
Oh,
through.
the port, and the double is going to happen.
Oh,
Oh, that's a
beautiful.
great
Wow.
shot. That's a really
Yeah,
nice shot.
that
The
was
warm room is
beauty.
applauding that.
Yep.
The red team, yeah.
Cameron's got to do the same thing. Come right through the port again.
What I hope happens is that we get a measure. We can go out with the microphone and take the measure.
I wonder, does it broadcast from out there? I was thinking about that yesterday. That if we just put a microphone out there,
Yeah,
to
we
pick up
actually
the
was talking
ambient
to.
noise, you know, and
I
hear
was
the
talking to
kids
someone
out
who
there.
actually might be able to help with that. David can help.
Okay.
So, or you can do what we've done at Potomac is to actually mic the skips on the A event. That way you get a real insider's view as to what's going on. Unfortunately, we're not on a 10-second delay, so sometimes you can hear some fruity language.
Right.
And Cameron is through.
Is it enough?
And I can't tell you what's going to happen because of the skips in the way. I think, yep. I think she made the hit, made the tap back. It's coming back with a very enthusiastic slide.
Yes.
And a spin. Oh, that was a really nice shot against a gaggle of reds. We were debating earlier how, it's a gaggle of this and a school of fish. What's the collection of rocks at the back of the house called?
I don't know. Let's make up the term.
Exactly.
Let's make it up.
The decision was a party.
A party.
A party of rocks.
Party of rocks.
So that makes it 2-1 on B.
Yep. So what is happening on C? Do we have the
there are so many rocks in play.
Looks like yellow might be counting.
This is
his last stone.
Yeah, this is red's last rock. Yellow has hammer. I think yellow is sitting 1.
I think so too.
Because that red back behind the vice. I think the double's there, exactly, yeah. It's pretty much going to get to the nose. Sweepers are on it. Off of it. Needs to stay off of it.
Yeah, it's got to curl a little more.
Unless it actually might go across the top instead.
Yeah. Just one.
Oh, no. Yeah, he just... well, it was shot anyway, so it remained shot. Unfortunately, though, that now...
No, they could knock out the red.
It could knock out the red for
at least
a
2,
few.
maybe 3.
Certainly 3.
I can't tell what the one in the back is because they're standing in front of me.
Yeah. I'm going to say it's a shot for 3.
Okay. See what she does.
Molly Goodwin, the Ardsley skip, getting settled in the hack now.
Yep. She curled with one of our teams at Norfolk a couple weeks ago.
Exactly. She has a driver's permit. She was allowed to drive part of the way.
That's right.
Her father looked a little frazzled when they arrived, but I'm sure it was all good.
I'm just starting that process. Well, we've started it in September, and it is
That's going to be a little wide, I think.
Nerve-wracking. No, I think she missed it.
So actually,
she's going to get 2.
It was the draw for 2.
Okay.
Yep, I think that's... have we decided?
Yep.
Yes.
They're kicking the
I'm
rock.
fairly sure that's a 2 yellow.
Baron's peeling the guard over on B. Oh, maybe they were tapping up.
Over on sheet A, the speed they're playing, I'm not surprised they're in the 8th end yet.
I know. Should we change that?
Yes, we can change that.
We'll change the view.
How about we do that?
There we go.
So Norfolk are sitting 1-2. Not
They
sure what
might
Aiden's
knock in.
calling here.
Yeah. Okay. They're still sitting 1-2.
Yep, still seeing 1-2.
Over on B, Schenectady has 3 in the house.
Yep. The light fixtures do have hammer.
And they are the shot rock.
Not sure if it's calling for the guard or calling to come on top of that or come round. I kind of like the draw behind, I think. That corner, that center line guard.
Yes. I think that is what he called. I don't know. Does it have enough? Yep. Nice. Ardsley's trying to decide what to do. Whether to draw behind.
Do we go here?
Which way to come?
Do we go there?
Or a hit. Yep.
Where do I go? I think she's calling for the hit. And then just kind of flop over. They do not have hammer, so keeping it in the center. I think I would start sweeping this.
Yep.
I would start sweeping this already.
Yep. I think it's off it now. It's already off it. Oh, get a little tick. Team Penn's going to call for the hit on C.
Yep, exactly.
It looks like Farron's just going to draw in again. Or is he doing a takeout? I didn't see that. I didn't see the call.
On
I
A?
think it's a draw.
Jimbo of the light fixtures is frantically screaming at his sweepers.
Yes. Nice shot.
And then acknowledges their effort.
Yes.
I think here on sheet C, there was a hit on their own rock by mistake, and they've
over on A, I think they're trying to maybe just
move some stuff around.
Yeah, clear the guards.
Knowing sheet C as I do, outside in would have been the way to come at this, because this is going to curl a ton. Yep, gets it, but loses the shooter.
Very nice.
Yep, it gets the hit.
Yep.
Possibly have a blank here.
Very possible. Farron's still sitting 2.
Yeah, Jimbo's sitting 2.
Jimbo in the light fixtures. He's going to guard
hammer.
it. Yep. There are a lot of yellow rocks in the house, though. That's why he's going to guard it. Norfolk is coming through the port on sheet A. They're just putting up a guard.
Yeah, they're still sitting 1-2. Can't
Yep.
see.
They're still sitting 1-2.
The other side of the sheet,
It looks like we got a clear house on sheet C.
Yep. Decision's fairly easy at this point.
The light fixtures get their guard.
Yep. Benjamin School playing vice for the Schenectady team.
He's from Broomstones.
Yes, yeah. So I found out this weekend that Zoe Ferreira, who normally plays on this rink, is, and Zoe, or somebody can confirm this, is a volunteer firefighter.
Really?
I guess maybe her family is or something.
Right.
And she was doing something this weekend related to volunteer firefighting.
Oh my gosh, that's really cool.
I know, Cameron told me this. I was like, oh, please, watch. There you go, close. A lesson for young curlers, all curlers. If rocks are leaving your sheet, please stop them before they get to the other sheet.
Yes. Looks like
Oh, it's a nice hit.
Nutty Duck's gonna take out,
What about the Nutty Ducks? Yep.
and now
Was that for the one?
I don't know.
Or
Let's
was
see.
it a measure?
Let's see. They're
Oh,
looking.
I hope it's a measure.
You can go out there.
Go on, call for the measure. No. They decided. We could have gone out there and said, no, we're measuring anyway.
Right. We need content.
Measure guide. Remember, and there was only 2 measurements on
They had a very close measure last night against the Schenectady rink. I had to measure it. I had to measure it twice. It was so close.
Did you use the old measure or the
I used the
laser
laser.
measure? You used the laser.
Actually, it was so close to the 4 foot.
Mm-hmm.
In the 4 foot. The laser actually. And it was one of those classic situations where Schenectady had hammer and were trying to decide if they had to throw the block or not because they could have done
Right.
damage. And as we know, you can't measure mid-game.
Right.
So in the end, they decided to throw it. She was a little bit heavy.
Yeah.
And then, but the measure went her way. Sheet B now has 3 red, I think.
Yes.
I think Cameron is just hitting here, try and move some
Yep.
red rocks around.
See what happens. No, she moved them.
She has, but
I think it's now 2 red. So
let's
if
have a look.
she
We can
cut 'em
actually
down to 1.
let's have a look on the overhead. So it's definitely 2 red.
Mm-hmm. Here, I'm just going to put another one in there, I think.
But I'm wondering though if he just taps that shot lock back
Mm-hmm. Oh,
to
not
that yellow
the
and knocks that out,
Mhm.
could they be 4? The question is,
From here, it looks from the camera, it looks like red is closer. But
I think
the
so.
camera
Yeah, I
can be
think there's a
deceiving, though.
possibility of tapping back for 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
A waitress just returned with a menu, I think.
No, she was asking me a question. But yesterday I was over here on this. I was just setting up the stream, and someone came over with food for me to taste.
Nice.
Is this okay to put out? Okay,
All right,
yeah.
so he's sweeping. I think they're trying to chisel this over. I think it's probably a little bit wide on B,
Yep.
and certainly not going to tap back, but could just get the 3.
Yep.
Yes. Oh, actually, no, that was his first.
Oh.
After
Okay.
all the drama, the commentator should be looking down the other end of the sheet. Do we know who scored on A? Oh, we know it was going to be 1 either way.
Yeah, we know it's 1, but we just don't know who got the 1.
I'm going to say it was Norfolk because I see 2 yellows delivered.
Okay. Yep. Good deduction there.
Exactly. That Oxford education coming to its fore. Nothing
for
a degree in
something.
chemistry won't help. We have 13 people listening at the moment.
All right. That's good.
But as I said before, a lot of these will be they're all archived, so the teams can go back and look at them.
Yes. Ardsley's going to have to go for the takeout.
Yeah, she's got to try and move some.
All right.
I mean, she can just sit on the nose here.
Here comes Cameron's last shot on sheet B. Just trying to get in there for a draw for 1, maybe.
Yeah, she doesn't
She's
have
on the
hammer.
guard, though. Yeah.
Oh no! Oh, that's gonna be frustrating.
Yeah. Cameron's
Now
gonna
I think
draw
there's a
for
tap
4.
back for 5.
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
yep.
They're seeing it.
Yep. All right.
And this doesn't even have to be that weight sensitive. It's
No.
just to clonk it back, hit the nose.
Oh, now Molly's sitting 3.
Yes, they don't have hammer, but they are sitting three.
3.
But everything is in the 12-foot.
I think I would try and draw behind that, draw over there to that one
Yeah, I'm not.
or this one.
I think I would. The other thing you can do is put it in the middle and hope you get a jam for the 2.
Right.
I don't
Got
think there's
the
anything
yellow
you
in
can
the
really
back.
hide behind here. The only bad thing you could do here is put up a guard. So Jimbo's last shot of the Jimbo and the Light Fixtures fame on B.
I think it's just going to be a draw in.
Michael Phillips is, I think he's going for a heavy draw to tap that yellow back out.
Let's see.
Oh. It's going to be 4 red.
I think so.
I think. Or is it 4 or 3 red? Oh, it could. Oh, hang on. No, it's going to be
4.
for measure. Yeah. Come on, people. Nutmeg has a new shiny laser measure thanks to
our junior program. Yeah, the juniors donated a laser measure last year at the end of the year for our club members to use. And it is so much easier than using the bar measure, which my husband likes to call the tools of ignorance.
The what?
The tool of ignorance. Because you don't know which one's closer, so you have to use the tool to figure it out. Yeah, sheet A is playing very fast.
Yes. Yeah, it's like they have something to do this afternoon.
Yes. Let's just get through this.
Let's just get home. We've been away for a weekend. Let's just keep an eye on C at the moment. Let's show what the house looks like.
I would make sure that was in.
It's going to be in.
No. Spiting. Yep.
Yeah, but that's actually good because you can't hit that. That's almost perfect. There's something symmetrically wonderful about that.
I know. Look at that.
So the shot is obviously a draw, and you can come down to that backing.
Yep.
So yeah, that's the right decision. However, drawing against 4 is always a bit scary, even if you do only have to hit the 8 foot.
Absolutely. They've got a takeout game going on sheet B.
Yes, this could be a quick end.
Yep. And over on sheet A, looks like Norfolk has 2 in the house, 3 in the house. I think they've got 3 that are counting.
Yes, Norfolk has 3.
Oh, they just ticked their front guard.
And just tapped it further back, so now they're 4 in the house.
Now it's 4 in the house.
All right, here we go. Oh, just looks a little wide.
Yeah.
That's going to be a steal of 4.
Well, is it 3?
Oh, is it 3? No,
this back red is.
Well, we'll see when
I don't know. It's hard to tell from this angle. We're not that high above sheet C.
This is the second time these teams have played each other, actually, because they were in the same group.
I think so.
Yeah. I think it's probably the only final that had that, I'm thinking.
I think you're right.
Yeah, so it was 1 yellow on A. Norfolk did score 1 in the 4th, so it's a score of 7-2. Switch views now as all games rather in the 5th end. And that was a steal of 4 on C.
Light Fixtures put up a guard.
Yes, because they don't have hammer, so they're happy to protect that shot top four. Although it is open, I think they could probably see
I think so.
all, or it's not most of it.
Yeah, because I think they're going after it.
Yep. If you could just get it on the inside and just flop inside, that'll probably be nice.
Team's not making any shots.
Benjamin Skoog sweeping hard, but it's past the guard.
They got it.
Oh, hit it. Didn't
Yep.
manage to flop to the inside,
Nope.
but primary objective was done.
Hmm.
Light Fixtures going for the hit now. Sweepers on it, straight out of the hand. And now off.
They just want to make sure it got by that guard, I think.
Yep. And if it gets the inside,
No,
nose.
just stick. Yep.
No. I think we know what shot's coming now.
I believe it will be a takeout.
Yes.
Although I think a hit and roll is really what she's calling.
Yeah, she would like to just flop to the inside again. But as we constantly hit, we're getting further and further out from the button. A little more control weight on this.
Hmm.
Sweepers are on it now. They're off.
They're by it.
It's by it. Oh, it's gonna miss it.
Oh,
Really took the weight down and just overcurled. Yeah. Fixtures are gonna look for a 2-3 guard.
yes.
Thank you. Kids had a good time.
I'm glad you're going to leave before
Continuing to
they're
have a
done.
good time. Norfolk is doing
Yes, yes. I'm glad you guys mentioned.
No, you don't want to hug. But thank you for another fun week.
You're welcome.
Are you guys going? Anybody going to Schenectady?
We have 2 teams.
Okay. Are you going to be there? Well then, see you there.
All right. I'll see
All
you
right.
there.
Adios.
Bye.
Safe drive all the way back up to
Yes.
Norfolk.
Yes.
That
thank
was
you.
Jonathan Barbagallo. I think I got the name right.
Something like that.
Something like that. Barbagallo, I think is right.
It's a pretty easy drive from here. Turn out
yes.
the club, get on Route 8, go north.
Yes. So he runs the junior program at Norfolk, and we were just up there a couple weeks ago. They had their first junior bonspiel in 25 years.
Yep, it was a great time. Great fun we had by all.
Yes.
We have warm room envy.
I know. They have a really, really cool warm room.
Of course, they. If you don't know the history of it, unfortunately, the club had a fire 10 years ago now, maybe.
Or maybe 12. Was it 12?
And they
10 years.
rebuilt a really nice facility, stuck to 2 sheets, but have a really nice warm room that wraps around a separate bar. It's a lovely place to go, Carl. It's a lovely place to go and have a drink, actually.
Yes. Yeah, they have a separate bar with seating.
Yep.
And a view of the ice.
Yep.
as
No,
well.
it's a really nice facility.
Yes. And a huge kitchen.
Yes, I think they aim to actually host events there.
Yes. And they have an office.
They
I thought
do
it was
have an
really
office.
cool. Yeah.
You know, I'm surprised we don't have one. When Joel was president, I thought he would have demanded that we build an
No,
office.
we should have an office.
Do we need an extra in this sheet? No, but I want an office instead. Anyway, back to the curling here.
Yes.
Sheet A, Norfolk is sitting 4, I think. The Nutty, oh, that's actually sitting 4. I think they just scored 4
Who scored? Norfolk?
in Norfolk. Yeah.
That was
looks
the
of it.
fifth end? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put up the score.
Unless something dramatic happens on the 6th end, we might be hearing the sound of Velcro.
Yes.
For
Right.
curlers or people who don't curl, the sound of Velcro suggests you're taking your gloves off to shake hands.
Do you wear gloves?
Yes. I wear the thin weight curling gloves, mainly just to hold the broom
Okay.
when I'm sweeping.
Okay.
I actually noticed quite a few curlers or junior curlers, wear gloves, and as we see in the hack now, actually have their glove on the lock hand.
I
And
wear my glove all the time, Nigel.
You do?
I never take it off. My hands get so cold.
Right.
I know you're supposed to take it off
Yeah.
when you curl.
Especially if
when
you're
you
the
throw,
especially if you're the wearing gloves for the curling type gloves because they're
Mhm.
designed to be a bit sticky, a bit
Yeah.
grippy.
See, I don't wear those. I have just like isotoner,
Right.
like
And that may be
silky
not so bad
gloves.
because there's a
Yeah.
bit of slippery to it.
Yeah. It doesn't grip at all.
Right. Whereas if you're wearing curling type gloves which have a bit of grip,
Mhm.
which help you hold the broom,
Then you're supposed to take
by
it off.
definition, they'll stick to the lock a bit.
Yes. For those
So-
of you at home, I'm using hand motions.
Yes,
which you
exactly.
cannot see.
There's lots of waving going on.
It was like, of course. Right?
Fortunately, we do not have a camera.
No.
Well, fortunately because of me, not because of Alexis, may I say, that it shows you the commentators. But I get warm out there. I mean, if I'm playing front end,
Yeah.
I will be in a t-shirt. People will look at it who don't say, "How's that?" It's a physically demanding sport.
Yes, absolutely.
If you look at Jimbo and the light fixtures, you see that all members except the skipper are
Yep.
in t-shirts. So I am jealous of the hats.
They're very cool. All right, so it looks like they've got 2 in.
Which sheet?
Sheet C.
On sheet C, we have
I think Evan was trying to take the back yellow out. I think. Or maybe he's just guarding.
no. It's gonna be got. Yeah, those are shot.
Yeah.
That's overcurled a bit.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be kind of a tough hit for those.
Mm-hmm.
That line runs pretty straight. But if you kind of just bring the weight down to sort of back line, you could probably just tap that back out and be shot. Over on sheet B,
Looks like red.
yeah, the red is
Right,
shot,
Fixtures is shot.
but it is behind the yellow, so I don't think
He's
it's
gonna guard
really
it.
guarded at all. So
I think that's what he calls. Called for a guard so they can't tap him out.
this is looking good on C.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's a nice shot. That's a very nice shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a ripple of applause.
Mm-hmm. No, I just. No, thank you.
The waitress is coming over with food. Oh, thank you. Or do I take the one that's underneath? Thank you. I'll put myself on mute while I eat it. And I'm
Okay.
sure the
Yeah.
audience don't need to listen to me
No.
chomping away on an oatmeal raisin cookie.
Marianne is helping in the kitchen today. She's one of my favorite people here at the club. Love her.
I thought I was. That's fine.
Oh, okay.
Just gonna say it
Sorry,
quietly now.
Nigel. I didn't say she was my favorite. I said she's
That was
one
my
of my
favorite
Actually, I
person
said-
here. I love her more than anybody else at this club.
I said she's one of my favorite people. Is what I said. So don't anyone take offense.
Uh,
I think he's gonna get a takeout on A. I mean on C.
yeah, we'll see what happens. Does it jam?
Oh no.
Oh yeah, but it jammed, but it's now shot.
There you go.
And I think just flopped to the inside a little bit, so that's
Mhm.
going to make it quite tough from here.
Yep.
We're right behind sheet C.
Yes.
and that's going to be a tough rock to move. Over
There.
on sheet A, sorry, I mean sheet B,
Lots of guards there.
we have a diagonal wall of
I
guards.
know. It looks like one of those charts, you know.
Yes. Looks like sales numbers.
Yes.
Oh, what is going on? Tap, tap, but didn't quite get to the shot
No.
lock.
I guess that was it. It was one. Was it one for the light fixtures on B? Yep. One.
Another debate I have often with myself is wearing all the pins on your jacket.
So I wear pins on my jacket when I coach, but that's it.
Yeah.
Actually, that jacket I don't wear any other time. I only
Right.
wear it because it's so heavy.
Right.
I don't wear it to play in, and I don't wear any buttons, any pins on my jacket. I wear a vest actually to curl
Yeah.
in. I don't wear anything.
No, so
on.
I'm looking at the.
I don't want to switch them back and forth. I think that's the
Yeah.
biggest reason why I don't.
I'm not sure I want them on something I'm going to be sweeping. I'm afraid they will fall off, burn a lock.
Right.
And you jingle a lot as well.
Yes.
Lots of metallic clinking going on. Yeah, so sheet C, red is sitting 1. With hammer. Unfortunately, that last shot has opened it out. Or there is jam possibilities with the yellow back 8 behind it.
Looks like I thought they were going to make that.
That was fairly ferocious weight. Yes, they're shot at the back. I don't know if they can see that. I'm guessing not. I would possibly just tap that that red up. Yeah, that would be the obvious shot. Yeah, it's open now. She's got to make sure she doesn't jam. And they're holding it out. Sweepers are sweeping it hard to keep it on the outside of nose. And yeah, it was really lightweight. It was also like backline weight. And so is this hammer now? So I think. Yep. You are correct. The secret is keeping it on nose or just outside of nose. Got to be broom side. Yeah, yellow shot. Didn't get 3. Nose or just on the outside, yep.
He noses it, the yellow gets the red.
Can't tell where anything is. My problem.
The one that's right underneath that will get knocked out by the middle red.
Right, I guess it
He
will.
gets it right on the nose. Problem is,
Yeah.
Have to do that. I guess. I can't tell if which
I think
Yeah.
he's just trying to get it out.
Yeah, it's got to hit. They're going. Oh, and how the heck came off?
don't know if it's going to be for 2 or 3.
No, it's 2. That's a nice shot. Yep, hit for 2. And I was very impressed by the sweeper taking his hat and throwing it to the side halfway down the ice. Maybe my hat envy is gone all of a sudden.
So while we were watching Sheet C, on Sheet C, Schenectady had a yellow 4-foot.
Right, okay.
She was so relieved. You should have seen her face.
And the Nutty Ducks have turned this end around. They're sitting 3 here with hammer. They do need some blocks because they are down 11-2.
Field the guard on B.
Yep. Well, yeah, I wouldn't do that. I would absolutely just come around that guard. You have hammer. You need points. Putting up the guard, you're sort of playing for the 1. Where she comes around the red, yes, it leaves that wide open for the hit, but you think that you can just trade hits for the 2. Yeah, but she says she's just. You know what? They said he sets up the double. Yes. Jimbo of the Light Fixtures fame has said, we'll take the double here, thank you. Cameron Munro a little frustrated, jumping up and down. Or cold. Both. Over on sheet C, we just have a 1 guard in play. We're about to have another. Yes. Oh no, it doesn't actually. No, because the second one doesn't go. 1.5. Oh, 1. No, we just. Yep. But no, you don't want to draw there. That's not going to help you. I'm not quite sure what the call is here. Since she almost said draw on top of that red, but if she does that, they're just going to hit your other yellow out. I guess there's another way to get 2, but you'd have to assume that they're going to hit and roll out. Nutmeg scored on A?
I believe so.
Yeah, they were sitting. I'm going to predict a 3. Oh, we're getting a shout out from Julie O'Reilly. You people are impressive commentators. Well, thank you. You really should have used the old measure. Okay, well. I appreciate the feedback. So here on B, yeah, it's just over code. No, maybe that's.
Clears a guard. That's fine too. I think my microphone has been off for a while.
Oh, so when he said you commentators, actually it was just me.
Maybe.
They were just being nice to.
I don't know. Maybe when I took it off. I just noticed the red light on it. Oh.
Hit here on it's just gonna
take the guard on C.
put the guard. Yep.
Yeah, sheet A is at least.
Yeah, they're just playing a breakneck
half
speed.
An end
it's
ahead of everyone else, right?
And it's not like they've had just rocks in the houses, they've been peeling them out. It's
Yeah.
the score is 11-5.
Right?
So they're scoring lots of points and playing quickly.
Yes. That's impressive. Mhm. Calling for the guard on C.
Yep, that's they don't have hammer. They have a rock on the button, so it's guarded time.
What are they doing on B? Throwing in? What's he doing?
I'm not sure with that boom. I think maybe
Huh?
trying to draw through the
That's what I
port
think.
and come out and sit 1-2.
Mm-hmm. Looks like
Because Schenectady has that run back.
Team Penn's going to get their guard. Very nice. I think they're coming right through.
And tapping.
Yep. Very nice play by the Jimbo and the light fixtures.
Yeah, that's a nice place to be because I don't think there's any chance of a double.
So I guess they really are the light fixtures because who's Jimbo?
Well, Jimbo will be the skip, I guess. Jimbo, Jeff, exactly.
Yeah,
Jeff here
yeah,
on
no.
Jimbo,
Oh,
right?
his dad
Is he called?
his
Is he
dad
called
is
Jimbo at home? Do we know?
His dad is Jim. And Jim told me that they told him that it wasn't him, but
It's another Jim.
some other Jim.
All right. Well, we will find out who it is. But I'm going with the skip is Jimbo and the rest of the team are the light fixtures.
So
So the guard was peeled on C, so put it back up again.
mm-hmm.
I'm going to say confidently that we have the greatest height difference in the team I've seen in a while on A.
Yeah.
You could have two of her and it might just get short.
Right. She says
This is not her first neon. She was here last year.
Absolutely. Oh, here comes Cameron's shot. No, she got one.
Yep.
Right through the port.
And actually, that sets it up interesting because you've got that yellow
Mm-hmm.
run back on the red for 3. So they've got to really get another one in here.
Yep.
And I think they're doing the same shot they've just tried.
Mm-hmm.
Come to that yellow port.
Yep. Team Ken gets another in the house. I think they were trying
Yeah, I think they were calling for the guard, but
they
didn't.
got another one in.
A little heavy, so
Yep.
they got the play on
Yep.
the shot lock and then flop under that guard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the Nutty Ducks did score 3 in the 6th bend. Here comes
This is
Stevie's shot.
curling pretty hard
Yeah,
on
it
C.
is. I think it's going to hit
It's
the
going to get
front.
past the guard. It's going to
It's
crash.
really close.
It's going to be
I
very
think it's gonna
close.
hit it. Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
and then
that's
actually, it's a field goal. A general
Yep.
in the warm room. That's actually a pretty hard shot to do, actually.
Yeah.
Get through both of those.
All
Oh,
right.
here on B is the draw.
No.
Oh, that's not what they wanted. So Cameron here has a shot for 4,
Yes. You pop that red out.
and that will tie this right up at 6 apiece. Yep.
All right.
C looking to put up the guard, but looks a little feisty again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at his father with his little shaking the head, little. They're going to be in the house. They're going to have 3 in the house now. No, maybe not.
It's not in the rings. It might be in play.
Yeah. All right. So the shot here on B is away. This is the big shot that we need to paying attention
Here
to.
it comes.
Let's see as it comes into the house.
Very
Very nice
nice.
shot.
4.
That's 4 yellow.
yellow.
High fives all
We
around.
got a game. Very nice.
I think that deserves an applause.
Yep. Over on sheet A, Nutty Ducks have 1 in the house. They're trying to guard it.
Yeah.
Looks a little heavy.
Trying to extend that game.
Yep.
They could play 10 ends at the speed they're going.
Mm-hmm.
Kiss thrown away.
Yep.
He kissed them both and did
Kiss one way, one the other. I think the guard, my kingdom for a guard.
keep calling the same too much ice.
Well, it's the weight which is if you're throwing it to back 12, the line becomes slightly immaterial. Yeah, that is quite a lot of ice flow. I think I would move it in at half a stone. They do have protection on the outside though.
The shot where I worked, Evan was too heavy. Yeah. So he's going to throw his light, and he's so far out, it's going to hit a bunch across and not even make it over.
No, it's sweet. Weight looks good.
They're sweeping it.
The shot that I would definitely come up
As it slows down, it'll curl more.
Now sweep it. Now sweep
Yeah,
it hard.
sweep it.
As far as you can back to the center line. Too much ice, yeah. A little finish at the end.
Yep.
But yeah.
Ardsley, of course, is just going to come down and try and take that out.
Yeah, exactly.
Hopefully,
That port is pretty wide.
Yep. Norfolk's
Yeah,
going for the takeout on A.
Yep, Schenectady team getting a lot of shout outs on the oh, you got a yes to Alexis. Okay, you've been noticed, okay?
Okay.
Here's the
Molly's
hit,
gonna get
Modley's hit on,
think
it's going
she
to be right
might
on
roll.
nose, I think.
Yeah, she
Or just a
rolled
little flop to the inside,
Yep.
but
Still exposed.
that's, yeah, it's pretty open. We'll have a look at what that near sea house looks like. So yellow has hammer. Red is looking obviously to hit that. An ideal shot would be just to hit it and just flop about a lock over behind that red guard.
Yep. Over on A, Aiden's trying for the takeout. See if he's got it.
I'll have a look.
Nope, just by it. So they actually had 5 players, the Nutty Duck, and Sean, who was commenting earlier, is watching from home. He's the 5th player. They did maybe odds and evens to figure out who was going
I
to
can't
play
remember yet.
today.
He was vicing yesterday, I know
Yeah.
that. Because Mitch wasn't playing. And Mitch subbed in on...
Mitch and Sean both subbed in on another team.
And the hit is made.
Oh,
No flop, but
one in the house. They took one.
primary objective
Molly
was
still,
made.
Yep, Molly still just has to draw in.
Yeah, I think let's have a look. I want to see if that one's biting at the back or not. No, it's
No.
not. It's definitely not.
Yep. The light fixtures have a couple stones in the back, yellow in front.
I'll have a quick look there.
I think yellow's going to try and
Yep.
tap them.
And they have
Tapping
hammer as
yellow,
well.
Yep. Yellow into red. No. No.
All right, so let's look at the draw coming in on C.
The line looks good. No, it's starting to curl. No, I don't know. They're trying.
Trying hard.
They are. They got to get in the white.
And she's going to make it.
She got it.
Yeah, it's a nice draw for one.
Very nice shot,
Oh.
Molly.
there, buddy.
Calm down.
That's just the game.
I would assume.
That's a draw for one by
draw for
Ardsley.
one. I would assume the light fixtures are just putting up a guard.
Let's
Over
go
on
to that
sheet B.
that view. Yeah, I would imagine they're sitting 2.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing they could have done was draw behind that. They do have
Mhm.
hammer, but that's a good guard.
Mm-hmm. Nutty Ducks, I think, are trying to
think you
draw
could-
in over on A. They're sweeping, trying to get it around the guards. I think they got it.
I think it'll be a hit. That's weird. Did it just tick off the guard and go and just divert it?
I don't know. Oh.
So I think on B, Schenectady was looking to try and just come down on top of those
I think
reds.
you're right. And
Just a
then
little wide and just tick that
they
yellow
kicked the
guard.
guard and shot it over sideways.
Yeah, so Jimbo is asking his light fixtures to put up a centerline guard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to come up with some weak analogy about it glowing or something, but
So Nigel, what'd you think about running the glow in the dark last night?
the what? Oh, running out.
Yeah.
As Alf said to me at the end of it, no broken bones, no blood, a good event.
There you go.
It is a bit like herding cats.
Yes, this was Nigel's first year running it. Thank you for taking it over.
It was fun.
Yeah.
I do notice that, strangely enough, a whole bunch of teenagers don't listen to what I say.
Yeah.
When I know I uttered the words will allow downweight hits only,
Mm-hmm.
and then I see a peel flying across the ice.
Yes.
You know what though? It's the setting it up is quite simple. It's the on ice help which is essential.
Absolutely. Just to make sure that everyone's safe.
Yeah. So shout out to everybody who was on the ice
Thank you.
yesterday.
Shout out to all the volunteers.
Yes.
That really made this bonspiel a success.
Particularly the people who opened the club in the mornings. I know
Yes.
coming in yesterday morning at 8:15 and breakfast was already out.
Yes.
It's like, oh, that's so nice. And that's the people who helped in the warm room, people who
Yes.
helped with the food,
Yes.
the ice,
Yep. Absolutely.
Yep.
Decorations.
decorations. Yep. Someone said it takes a family, right?
It does.
But I was
What's
just impressed. I
going-
know you said
What
earlier.
is happening on A? What are they doing? I missed what was going
Oh, I
on.
don't know. Is
There's something on
is
the
there a
ice?
hole or something that suddenly appeared?
I don't know. They're all looking at the ice.
I don't know. Maybe I'll go out with the microphone and
Go
interview one of them.
Go see what happened. They're still. I don't know.
Did somebody touch a lock? I mean, there's only one lock in play.
I know. I don't know.
They're allowed to slow down a bit because they are
Yes.
playing so quickly.
I don't know. I was just wondering if there was some problem on the ice.
Oh, no, hang on.
What is he doing?
Oh, that's a food call.
What is he looking for? Oh, he's looking for his crock pot. It's all the way over. Keep going.
Oh, yeah. No, next one,
going.
next one.
Keep
No,
going, keep
go further.
Saturday morning, so Friday, then we'll go to
Oh, he'll come back in here and then
Yeah.
go back out
Where
again.
is it? There he goes. Oh, someone's told him. Keep going.
So we
There.
had pasta
Pasta bar.
bar, that's what I was looking for, and then
Yep.
taco bar last night.
Yes.
So, hello, timeout.
He had like a million crock pots.
Oh, is that?
Yeah.
I'll go out. You'll
Yeah.
go out.
Yes, we'll get some content.
Oh, hang on, live.
Yes. All right, Nigel is now walking out to the
I
ice
was going to put a
shed.
hat on. That's not going to work, is it?
Someone came over and told us what they thought happened on sheet A with that yellow rock. They think maybe there's something on it. They picked up something and kind of
Aiden.
scraped the ice, but they're going to
Aiden.
look at it. Nigel's calling a timeout.
I want to look under this rock, right? There's something, you think there's a gouge under here?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, there is. Okay.
Okay, Nigel's looking. Let's see what he has to say.
Do me a favour. Come and stand like I am. A bit closer to it. I want to...
I'm gonna put that.
You should never do this,
You
by
can
the
see
way.
what Nigel's doing. Nigel actually picked the stone up, carried it over to the side, and wiping it off.
Something dug into the ice?
Yeah, yeah, see.
Dug into the ice.
Yeah, the rock's fine. Let's have a look.
I'm just inspecting the ice. Definitely gouged something.
Yeah, I don't see anything. Can you just sweep that with your broom? Give it a good on. Don't move though. I can't have you move. This is live on the ice. All right. All right, we're good. Thank you.
All right, Nigel, put the rock
I'll
back.
just keep an eye on it. I'll
I'm
stay
not
out
really
here.
sure what it is. Not sure what happened there.
Thank you, Yusuf, for your fake English accent.
Okay, I'm gonna switch the view back. Ardsley made a takeout on C. And over on B, it looks like the light fixtures still are sitting one, maybe two. Lot of stones at the top of the house. I bet Munro's going to do a tap back. Let's see, she just hit it at the wrong angle. And it's going to spill out. Nope, it's stuck around, but it's in the back of the house. Okay.
So the question is, can the viewers now hear the ice comments?
You can hear some of the sounds of the ice house now.
Yeah, you can hear that? Good.
Yeah, I can hear it.
I'll stay out here for a bit.
Okay. Take out in sheet C. I don't know if you guys can hear that at home, but I heard it. Baron's throwing his last stone. I still think he's sitting 2 right now, so he's probably just putting up a guard so that Cameron can't tap back again. Yeah, very nice guard. Even Munro is trying to decide what she's going to do with her last stone. She She might hit her own stone trying to roll it in. Now count. Molly Goodwin on Ardsley is throwing her first stone on sheet C.
Best things ever invented. It's a automatic.
I think she was trying to split the house. They might sweep it out. Let's see. No, it's going to stick around. Very nice. Now she has 3 in the house. Nigel's back.
I've returned from the ice.
Yes. So
I
what?
can report it's cold.
So what was it? So it's actually
It
did
must
make a
have.
gouge?
There must be something on the ice. It is.
Big gouge?
It gouged.
Okay.
So that's why I lifted the rock up to get it off the ice. Couldn't feel anything on it. Couldn't see anything in the ice, but it definitely. I think they were just amazed at the speed it stopped. You can see why. So.
They think that the rock made the gouge? Or the gouge was there already?
No, the rock made the gouge.
Okay.
So it hit something.
I picked it up and then...
Oh, is there a measure? Oh.
What
No?
happened?
Yes? No? No?
I think it's 1. 1 red?
Well, it's not up to us.
Let's see.
Oh yeah.
Oh no. He's got another rock. He's got another stone.
No. Well, that makes it boring.
Yep.
Well, let me have a look at the close. See. So it's ooh.
The only shot he can do is try to come around.
So Cameron had hit her. Oh, she had a yellow. That yellow was out a little farther, and she hit her own yellow just to tap it in a little.
Right. So it looks like it's 1 red at the moment.
Yeah. And that was, I think, all she had. That was all she could do.
So what are we doing here?
I don't know.
I'm trying to.
I don't know.
Red, yellow.
I don't know.
I think that's what she's trying to do. I think the assumption is, look, it's 1 red. If we run it back, the worst that can happen is we end up 1 red.
Right.
There's no way that yellow becomes shot lock.
Right.
And if they hit it right, you could be 3 red. So, well, let's see what happens from the overhead. Sweepers have picked it up.
Yep. Here it comes.
And it's going to be the outside, so no.
1 red.
I think 1 red. Yes.
Still anyone's game.
Good Saturday.
And I think we have shakes on A.
Yes.
And rocks, all these rocks coming into the house, and someone's going to hit the hack. And that one's going to hit the hack. And that one's going to hit Ginny.
She got him. They got
All right,
him.
peoples.
I know. Nothing like putting a bunch of kids on ice
Exactly.
and letting them be by themselves. Right. Giving them the
Exactly.
rocks to throw at each other. Right.
Oh, and by the way, they've had a huge amount of sugar before they went out there.
Right.
Nothing could go wrong. No, the on ice listening got a shout out.
Cool.
So
Yeah. We should do that more
17
often.
people watching. Oh, this is just. So the A event final is coming to the into the 8th end.
The first event final.
First event, oh, A event.
I know some.
Yeah, I know.
Sometimes it's an A, B, C, and sometimes it's a 1,
First,
2,
second,
3.
yeah.
I'm not really sure why.
It's a good question.
Why
I
are
think
they?
when we say A or first, everybody knows what it is.
Yes, I think so.
So Jimbo and the light fixtures are up 1 without hammer.
And did they throw it through on purpose?
No, I don't believe so. That would be a
Yeah.
they probably wanted it in the house, kind of going for that. Well, the worst case scenario, we give up the one and
Right.
we go to an extra end, right?
Right.
Not my
That's
knockout
right.
in
No,
this. So
get an extra end. If you tie
so
in
people
final.
there's a chance of bonus curling for the same price as the regular curling as well.
Well, if they go into an extra end, they will for sure be late for their game this evening.
Exactly. So Schenectady, you might want to start getting more subs. And here on C, we are in the 8th end. Ardsley with a 6-point lead. Is that right? Is that 9-3?
Yes.
Yeah.
9-3.
I think actually instead of throwing it through, she went for the hog option instead.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a cute photo being taken on
Yeah.
on A.
That's one of the things I love about this team over here, the Nutty Ducks, is like they have been so enthusiastic and
Yep.
win or lose, like they're just in the game.
Well, they were
for
winning.
fun.
They won their first 2 games,
Yep.
and then they went down to the wire yesterday
Yep.
against the Schenectady team, who's in the first event final. So
They're coming into the 1-1 now.
that's the second event players coming off the ice.
Schenectady is going to draw into the house.
Otherwise, I forgot to switch the feed over.
Oh.
So now we're looking at the. Light Fixtures looking to remove that top 12 yellow log.
That's basically what they need to do is
Oh,
keep
yeah,
the house
they-
clear.
At this point, if you play for the steal, there's a chance you give up the 2.
Mhm.
So
Ooh.
oh, that's not what they wanted to do.
No.
So now
Schenectady is sitting 1.
I would split the house.
Yep.
If it was me, yes, Cameron would say, I don't know what to do.
No, she wants to guard it. She wants to guard it because
She's
knows
putting
they're
out the
gonna
guard.
take it out. Yeah, that's what she's doing.
No, she puts up the perfect guard. They're probably going to run it anyway. Because the guard's going to be a corner guard.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing in the center. Although it's got a lot of curling to do.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're hard on it. Try and get that over. That's not where they
No.
wanted it.
Now they're going to take it out.
The trouble is it's going to be tough to flop under that
Mhm.
because the yellow will jam on the red.
Mm-hmm.
You might just lose everything. Which probably is not a bad option, so. So that's why I'm not a fan of putting up the guard in that situation. I know
Right.
just because you're splitting the house doesn't mean you will split the house,
Right. Team Penn now with 2. That looks like that's a biter.
Okay, that's out.
Yeah.
Yep. Not. Yes, hopefully she's just hitting because you're up by 6. Just remove rocks.
Mm-hmm. That's going to curl. It's a little wide.
Yeah, a little wide, heavy.
Mhm.
That was good weight.
Mhm.
Oh, that back yellow did not go out of the house.
No,
I didn't realize
still
that.
in there.
That hung out there, hung around.
Yeah, I think she was drawing here. I
Yeah.
think that's what she decided to do was
Well, you
to
got the
draw.
guards, but
Yep. A little heavy.
yeah.
So
I think she was thinking, well, you know, that red's so far, it's out on the 12.
right.
And they're probably going to draw anyway.
Mhm.
You've got backing. You've got the guard up there.
Team Penn now has. I don't know if that's biting.
Yeah, that's a lot of. Oh, it's come the other way though.
Biron's going back to the back in the red. Back.
Yeah, I
in
think
the
they were going
back of the
to
house.
sit on it, but it's going to just spill out. No.
No, they're in.
Okay.
Now they got 2 in.
Yep. That's the shot.
Mhm.
Definitely hitting something out here
Yep.
on C. Yeah, that works.
Got one.
They're up by 6, and there's 2 blocks behind it. The end line. So.
Schenectady's trying to draw in.
You'll be lucky if you get a chance to worry about the yellow. Wait till, exactly. If it comes down to it on your last shot.
Gonna draw, and of course, Jimbo and the light fixture is gonna take.
I think
the
they can
red
see.
out.
Yeah, they can see that.
Hit and roll.
Yeah, they can see all of that.
Yep. Think she
Just got to
wants-
make sure they don't jam it on one of that
Right.
back red.
Team Penn's trying to draw another in.
Yeah, they're down to the point where every rock has to be in the house,
Right,
and
absolutely.
everyone's got to count.
Yeah, I might stick around.
And yep. So the light fixtures made the hit.
Yep.
And she took out that red backer,
Mhm.
which I don't think they will mind at all.
Nope.
It's a hit, and outside in is probably the way to come at this. Yep. No. I'm not
I think it's gonna overcurl.
entirely sure why
It's gonna hit
choosing
the
that
yellow,
line.
although it might hit the yellow and then hit the red. Pop the red. I don't think it has enough weight.
Yes. They're still alive.
Yeah. They're still alive.
Oh, we're gonna get the
Another
double.
takeout.
No.
Nope.
So close.
That was really close.
So we're down to first skip box. Remember, Fear on is, oh, that's Jimbo in the light fixtures,
Yeah.
is up 1,
Yes.
but Schenectady has hammer.
I know. His shoelaces are undone. I think
think
this
that
is
might
going
be
to be in
sh-
the house. Yeah. It's not going through. It's going to stay in, I think. You got the backing there?
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
Jason. Jason. Your shoe. Tie your shoe.
He's like, okay.
Yes, I
only
got it.
4 people telling me.
If ever you've seen of, I've got that, Dad. Look.
Lucky untied shoe.
Yes.
Mhm.
Followed by an unlucky trip to the hospital.
Yeah.
Sounds always easy.
So I think they were looking to take out this guard
Yep.
on
just
B,
so that
which is
it's
the
not in play.
shot, because they
Yep.
don't want any guards.
Yep. And they don't want them to have something to tap back either.
Tap back or hide behind.
Right.
So it's going to take the Yeah, the freeze is the shot here.
Yep.
So
All right, I think he's gonna
Caitlin,
get.
Cameron. I keep calling her Caitlin. Cameron. There you go. That's the end of
Shake hands.
I think that's it.
of C. They may not they shake yet or not, but
Oh, Jason, no, don't make them stay up there. Shake hands. Coaching?
no, that's not going.
No.
You're not affecting the result.
No, he's the skip. He gets to decide.
Yeah.
Some skips like to play it out,
Yeah.
and some skips will pull their team.
Oh, this team will play.
Yeah, so
So Cameron here on B is looking to freeze to that
so there you go.
red in
He
the
knows
12
his
foot.
team then.
Looking for any way she can to try and generate a 2
Hmm.
and win it outright. This looks light. Sweepers on it really hard.
Mm,
They've dragged this.
yeah.
That's a great sweep. That's a
Yep,
great sweep.
very nice.
That's a really great sweep.
Beautiful.
But I imagine they're going to come at this with a good, and healthy, normal weight.
Yes, I think so.
Just to remove it. Pretty much anything but the jam, or obviously the straight flash. The possibility of bonus curling is going up.
Yes, it is. This is first stone.
Molly's.
The second, no,
Yeah.
Theron.
This is, yes.
This is first.
We've got 2 rocks left, that's all. This is, it's Jimbo.
Jimbo. His name is actually Jeffrey.
Yes.
I think it's his dad. But don't tell me.
Rocks away, sweepers on it.
Go.
Looking to hold this. They do not want the jam. And they are not going to get the jam.
Nope. No.
So it's going to be a hit and stick for 1 and extras.
Yep.
Or no, unless she prefers the draw.
The Team Penn skip has decided to forego his broom.
and used a
Go light in the
glow in
dark.
the dark necklace canister
Yeah. He's going out in style.
and has made the shot.
Very nice.
Style points.
Yes. Style points.
That's going home with you, by the way. All right, so here we are. So Cameron has decided on.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
draw? I think the draw.
The draw with that ice.
It's
She
not a
must be more
takeout.
comfortable with the draw.
Yes.
She just made the draw with the same weight.
She
I would
did.
stay off this. No, don't touch this. Looks a little heavy. Stop.
Mm,
They'll go. Oh, people get out of the way.
got
Oh,
it.
she makes the
Got
draw.
all right, so it's a tie game.
Can we ask them to take you down to the other end and play down?
More annoying than people.
Yes.
No, I don't think they understand. You gonna go? You want me
Yeah,
to
I'll go outside.
Okay. All right. Just got exciting. Not that it wasn't exciting already, but we're gonna go into the tie-breaking end
Can you?
for our first event final. Nigel's going to try and get out there before they start. Ask them to take the rocks the other way so that they're playing towards us. that's what they're going to do. They're going to kick the rocks the other way.
Well, sometimes you have good games, sometimes you have less good games.
A quick interview. How are you feeling?
I was a little nervous, I have to say.
You made the draw. You're live at the moment.
I should have seen me deep breathing.
You went for the draw, not the hit.
No, I went for the draw. Draws are
Okay. Well, good luck, everybody. Thanks for switching.
Evan, stop.
So you were up by 6.
Guys, we lost. Let's go.
Okay. A quick impromptu interview.
Yes. I couldn't hear it because I couldn't hear this, but I saw that you were doing it. I don't know where the far house is.
I'm just gonna eat Cheetos off the giant board.
What do you want to do?
Oh, I guess this one. No. Do we want to see that? We want to see this one.
Yeah, or we could just put up these two views, so we can switch back to that. All right, so here we go. First event final, 2 undefeated teams, tied
curling.
after regulation.
Yay! Now, if this ends in a tie, then we do a skips rock.
As in a blank.
Oh yeah.
No other way to
Duh.
tie
I guess
it.
that's true.
Unless it's a measure we can't measure. Then we do a what? A nutmeg knockout?
Skip rock, I think.
This has been a well-played game. So backwards and forwards.
Fun to watch.
So that was a very well-played Weagle. Schenectady put up the center guard and the first light fixture.
Why is it called that?
So Lisa Weagle is the lead for the Homan rink in Canada and was the first the professional curlers to actually start really playing that shot,
Okay.
which is to tick the center guard over and make it 2 corners are in.
Yep.
And so it is now
Called a Weagle.
unofficially being called the Weagle.
I did not
And
know
it's a
that.
way to make that very good center guard into an offensive position for the shot for the team with hammer. So Schenectady come right back and put the center guard up again. A very nice position. So obviously Schenectady have to steal here. 3 guard zone, first 5 rocks. Anything in this 3 guard zone cannot be removed from play. Alexis just looked at the watch. Yes, we're going to get home at some point today. It may be tonight.
I know, but really, it's only 2 o'clock.
Yeah, exactly. And what they don't know is that we're actually going to lock the doors and make them clean up before they leave. So
The light fixtures.
light fixtures, second rock, just a little heavy and scoots out the back.
They were looking for a draw.
Yeah.
Looks like Schenectady is going to call for the same thing.
Yeah, looks like they're going to try and draw to the top of the fort. Line looks good, might be just a little heavy. It's going to go back behind T.
Might
Yep.
stick around.
Oh yeah, it's back 4. So it's a good choice. They could. Now this is interesting. I think I would be tempted to peel that guard, that center line guard, and open it up. Instead, they're opting to draw down to the
Yeah.
shot rock. It is pretty well covered, so hitting it's probably not. Red does have that slightly more on the biter out on the 12-foot.
Yeah, there's a donut there if you want
They're starting to sweep.
Yeah,
Skip's
trying to
calling them
chisel
off.
it over. It's a little heavy.
Yeah, but they might
it. A lot of jelly.
get that yellow as a backer.
Yeah, it's gonna just pop that
Yeah.
back.
Okay.
But they're just gonna come and draw again.
Yep.
Cameron moving some one of her what are those things called, braids?
Yes, they're called braids.
Matt, they're not out of pasta. What's this right here?
Pasta with the other kind of sauce on it.
You can add
Yep, that's the shot. Yep,
Mhm.
she's calling for the draw again.
Mm-hmm.
Same line, just a smidge less.
You want to have that chicken sandwich?
Sweepers on this pretty hard.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're off. Switch and see it coming in.
We're undefeated coming in today, so I guess it depends on
That's a nice shot.
Nice draw.
Yep, exactly. It's open though.
Yep. Gonna take it out.
Yeah, I think so. It looks like with that broom, some sort of down weight hit.
you're at the one in a close game either. So
Instead of jumping up and down.
Michael Phillips, the second light fixture, being asked to throw a down weight hit. This is very down weight.
I think it's gonna hit the
Is it
front
going to
guard.
get past the guard?
Nope.
No, just ticks off the guard.
All right.
But it has opened it up.
Yep. That was a lot of spin on that
Oh.
rock.
Yeah, exactly. What tends to happen when
Right
it
at
comes
the
off a
end.
guard,
Yeah.
it really gets such on the edge like that. It gets a lot of revolutions. Passion will spin back on itself. So Cameron calling for a guard here. Looking to protect that shot rock.
Gingerly stepping over
Oh,
all
I
the
was
rocks
looking
now.
at it was two
Yeah.
steps back, one
Yeah.
step forward.
Yep.
It's good shot. She doesn't have sort of Drew-sized feet.
Right.
I think that's probably just over curled.
Mhm.
Smidge.
I could get a super rare pearl. It had 12 gems. There should be like a
So Jeffrey, on looking at the options here, wondering if they she utilise that red and use that to run back or run onto that yellow, or just go for the straight hit, which I think that's what they're calling for.
Yeah, but
Here it comes.
Warm room is riveted to this game, as they should be. First
Yes.
event final going the extra
Yeah.
end.
I think they're peeling the guard.
That wasn't
No,
the shot. The shot was to
no.
come through and get the shot rock, and they've done that
Whoa.
nicely.
Very nice.
Very nicely shot.
people on the left.
Yep.
Wow.
Applause there for that shot.
Yep.
I think your option here now is to hit, and you've just got to.
Roll in a little
It's
bit.
slightly more on the flop. You've got to get it on
Yeah.
the inside so you can actually get a bit of momentum down and be shot rock. Benjamin Scoot delivering this. Playing Vice for Cameron today.
Because her vice is out fighting fires.
Yes, or learning how to fight
Right.
fires or something. I think actually she was trying to explain to me that I guess it's more on the EMT
Okay.
type side of things.
Oh, okay. My town has that too.
Yeah,
It's a
I think it's
volunteer
really cool.
EMT. Yeah. And they were doing training. It was training this weekend, I think.
Right. Okay.
So I wonder if they do that everywhere at the same time.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just what I heard. Is like she's not here because she's a firefighter.
Right.
But I kind of wanted to say no. I'm talking about Zoe forever. Good for her. I think it's awesome.
It is.
So unfortunately, that came up a bit light, and we've just got a clump of center guards.
Light fixtures are just going to guard.
Yeah, yeah, guard that port. Bearing in mind nothing's actually in the forefoot, I still think Cameron will have a shot coming the other way behind those three centerline guards. But the light fixtures have to guard this. There's no other choice. And this looks like a pretty good guard. Yeah, that's well positioned. You can definitely be shot lock drawing on the other side. She seems to think that there's a way through that pretty narrow port. I prefer this looking this side.
Yep, they're looking
Go
at
for
all
the
their
draw.
options. Yep.
If you're a bit narrow, you can tap. Yeah, I think she's looking at that now.
You have to work through all of it.
Yep, it's a process.
Yep.
And it's good communication between the skip and the vice, saying, we'll look at the options.
Yep.
Yep. And what are you best comfortable with? I mean, she threw that really nice draw at the end of the eighth end to force it to extras, so she knows the weight. Yep, I think that's what they're opting for. I think plan A is the draw behind.
Yep.
If you're a little narrow,
It'll tap.
you tap.
No, it's not. Yeah. Did you think I got 10,000 for a piece of work?
Yeah, I'm watching it. Still 5 minutes. Alright.
They've decided on the boom.
Yeah, Dad. Yeah, it's delayed on that.
It's good skip. She goes into the hack. Tells the sweepers what the shot is. She's getting set for this. Rocks away. Sweepers are off it at the moment.
Yep.
Now they're picking it
they're
up.
on.
No, up, off, up. Down and down hard. That's going to be a bit heavy, I think.
Yeah, you're right.
No!
Beautiful. Very nice.
Nice sweep. Great communication by the whole team there. Great weight call. Great line.
Yep.
And jumping up and down by Cameron. That was a clutch shot. She's made 2 clutch draws in the last 2 ends.
Yep. She's grace under pressure.
Yeah, yes. And she's come top button, so they can't, even if Jimbo follows that down, he's just going to be on top of it. I don't think he can really move that. We'll see what he sees from there, but maybe he thinks he can see a bit of it.
Maybe.
Skip and Vice are discussing this. I don't think they can drive that.
I mean, the other thing is to clear the guard, right?
Well, what you can do here is peel that guard.
Yeah. Because he has hammer.
Yes, exactly. He's got 2 shots.
Right.
This is a good example of thinking ahead. So maybe not necessarily what I do now.
But what am I going to do with my last
Exactly.
stone?
What will leave me a shot with my second lock? And that may well be. it's tough to peel that guard because there's so many of them.
Right.
The one which you have to get rid of probably pushes into that other one, but at least it moves it over. I think he's thinking that with heavy draw, I might just be able to get a bit of that. Let's go to the. That's the view. That's what he can see. He can see a slither of that by the looks of it. He is coming from the hack, which will help him. But it's. I think with heavy draw, he can get to this.
The level of play between these two teams is very impressive.
Oh, it's worthy of a first event final.
Yes.
Sweepers are just lightly sweeping it. A cooling line.
We're gonna get by.
Imagine this is the weight they were looking for.
It's gotta move. It's gotta move.
But it's just not gonna get. And this may be an example where was there another shot that would just give you the chance, because it's obvious what Cameron's going to look for now is to put up that guard.
Absolutely.
But she's got to be careful, because with red sitting 2-3, if she puts up a guard, they can somehow run back and split out that shot lock. You know, there's still going to be a shot.
While we're waiting for the last stone of this event, I just want to shout out to the USWCA for sponsoring this event this year.
Yeah, that was very nice to have them come on board. I believe we had some curlers who will be taking advantage of their travel policy.
Yep. They've also provided us with some extra pins and a first event plaque that the winner will get to take home to their club. I think she's going to make the guard.
Yeah, it's high.
There's still a port
I
there.
don't-
Man, they guarded the
It's tough.
Yeah.
wanted them to throw the hit off. Now it's guarded.
All right, so now, as will always happen, there's going to be a lot of debate in the warm room as what is the shot.
You tap your red on the right. Yeah,
Maybe.
Does it squeak past that yellow?
You'd have to hit it just
Or do you have to tap it onto the...
tap this. Yeah, it'll get.
You can always go this, doink, doink, doink goes, right? Red, red, yellow is there all day. I'm not sure if the red can go directly to the yellow, because
When I look at it from here, it looks like you can just do it.
it does, you think?
But
He's...
he's a high school junior, so he's going for the double.
Why do one when I can hit two?
Right.
So I think the shot has been decided. He's going to try and drive that, and it's a run back and split that out. This will not be light.
No.
The crazy thing is maybe have to take off the other.
But no. No, the rock's away. As expected, it's good weight.
No.
No. That was it.
And Schenectady wins first
And
event.
Yep. Congratulations
Schenectady,
to
Munro. Yep, congratulations.
Cameron Munro and her rink.
Yeah, so that was Cameron Munro, Benjamin Scooge, Stephen Calandria, and Samantha Gerard. Congratulations. Thanks for playing at Nutmeg.
Exactly. And a good shout out to Jimbo and the light fixtures for putting in a great final.
Yes, that's Jeffrey Farron, Quinn Gonzalez, Michael Phillips, and Dylan. I'm not sure how to say your last name, Dylan.
We'll call you Dylan.
Yes, Dylan. Thanks for curling it, Nutmeg. Thanks to everyone who's been watching our stream live. Well, you can also watch replays. They will be up on our YouTube channel.
And that's it.
And
So
that's it. We're
good
done.
night from us.
Yeah.